Welcome, connected people. It is me again, finally. Have you missed me? I'm sorry for the delay. This is the 10th episode of Craftus Minetastica from my perspective. And it's 10. I never thought I would make 9, let alone 10. Let's celebrate! Woohoo! Fireworks! Yay! So, I've been busy, not in the game, that's why there was no update. But yeah, that's why there's the delay. I finished this ravine, kinda, maybe, ish. So if you remember, I'm not sure if I showed this. So this was just a lake. Then somebody built over this path here, and it was directly at water level. And I didn't think it looked very cool. I mean, the path itself I feel is quite good with the lanterns and stuff, and that it's path blocks and the stone blocks. So that's quite cool. I like that design, but I didn't like that it was directly on water level. So that's why I came up with this idea to have basically. Instead of having a lake, the idea is that there was a river, and it over the centuries it basically carved its way down into a ravine. So that's what I came up with. So on this side you have the waterfall, you have some stones and some nature and stuff, where well let creep it in again, and then it goes down here. Woohoo! And because the lake was quite big on this side, and I didn't want to let it stay there, and I didn't want to make it basically smaller, so I let this rock hanging here. Hello, fox. Oh, what have you got? Some vines. Interesting. So yeah, I let this rock standing here, and put the trees on top, and put some vines on there, and some leaf blocks and stuff. But yeah, the water is basically sloshing around, reconnecting over here, not letting the fox out. Who let the fox out? Nobody, because it's trapped here. I'm not sure if I can actually get it. Ah, move, move. I don't want to kill it. Well, you'll live here forever. That's okay. So yeah, I carved this out. I started on the top, and so you might still see I try to hide it as best I can. So this is basically very straight lines from top to bottom. So I started on the top with a shape that I had in mind, connecting the two sides. On the other side, I will show you later, where this waterfall is coming down, and was going down. I think this is about Y20, between 15 or 20 or something, this level. So yeah, there's some smaller trees that I built myself. They basically are supposed to coming out of the cliff side or something. They're very small and just hanging on. There's other trees like that. If you check out the path that I built, so basically there's a path going from the top down. At some point I will build an entry or something here. The idea is to actually have this go further. That's why I stopped at 20-ish or 15. So it can go down another 5 blocks or something. And then in there I want to have a really big cavern and a town in there, and a lake, an underground lake basically, where this all accumulates. The idea is basically that the river came from two sides, fell down into this hole here, and into the underground cave. But over the centuries, it carved out this ravine. I let some of those, or I actually rebuilt some of those bridges. As I said, I carved this out quite straight, basically in straight lines, and then I re-added some blocks so that it looks a little bit more natural-ish. I tried to get everywhere where there's diorite, because the white didn't look too good. I mean, the gravel looks okay-ish. The what's the gray stuff? The andesite looks good, and I'm fine with the granite. But yeah, the diorite I don't liked because it was too light, basically. So everywhere where there's diorite, I basically put something over, and that helped also with a little bit more natural look. I added some details with some podzol and vines, as I said. And yeah, I let those bridges are built as bridges, and I hope it basically looks like it carved over or under. There is another up there basically where I let some blocks stay, where basically like a failed bridge, so it looks more natural. If you have something where it didn't work and here it worked, they can still walk. So it's the idea is basically that this is all natural. Well, okay, the path has been carved out of the cliffside. Also, when I came across some mine shafts or tunnels or caves, I basically let them be. So this is why I built the first bridge here, and then I was like, yeah, let's keep this pattern going and have some bridges and stuff. And I feel I did a okayish job. It's still on some, like, if you look here, this is just a straight wall, so maybe I will add more details like up there. I want to probably have an entrance here. I will show you when we're topside again. Ooh, careful. I fell down like, but in the beginning it was fine because the water was always getting me and catching my fall. But in the end, when I added some details, I crashed sometimes and I died again. So that's why I'm only level 10. So yeah. But yeah, I feel it's not too bad, at least for my standards. I want to add like a sewer grate something here, and where water comes out, because over there, I will show you later, and that's also where this entrance is for. So basically, I want to build a dwarven kingdom city something inside this wall. There's so many plants. There's another one of those trees basically, which grabs onto the cliffside with his roots, and it's just teeny tiny because obviously there's not much soil and it's mostly rock, and so they don't grow very tall, the trees there. That's the idea of that. And if you look actually from above, you can see that so when I was building this thing, I was like, oh no, straight lines and it doesn't look good. What's the difference actually? Why do the auto-generated ravines look better? And then I saw, yeah, they have some ledges and stuff. So I was like, okay, I have to rebuild the ledges. And so I built something and I was like, okay, you don't just want to have straight lines. So this is basically where the ledges crumbled and stuff, and that's why there's holes in there, and it's basically degraded down a bit. And yeah, I hope it looks a little bit more natural than just a straight line. But yeah, it may not be very good. So yeah, this is the other side. There's just some tiny rocks that basically where the water carved around. And it goes down here, and then there's the very sharp fall where it goes very steep all of a sudden. So this is just a little bit, and then there's the very big fall down there. And over here, so this was the pathway that already existed over there to Grondo's place and to the lava temple. And so I built this bridge, and I want to keep this path actually going. So I already added some torches here so that the grass will actually grow further and further. And then there will be an entrance also to the same dwarven underground something. So this will continue on. I will. I'm not sure if this will be my next project or not. I'm not quite certain what to do next. So yeah, that's basically the idea. To have something in this mountainside, in this hillside. Have a like a sewer grate and a sewer exit there, and yeah, let's see if that works. I always have big and huge ideas, and then they turn out like straight walls. Aw. So yeah, I hope you like the ravine. It's not my best work, but it's one of the biggest things that I did on, especially on this map. And yeah, maybe I'll change something. I'll learn something. I'm still watching some videos, mostly pixel riffs, but also good times to scars from actually the Hermitcraft server. So I'm watching the best of the best, the creme de la creme, and yeah, I hope I can actually entertain you further. I see you next time. I hope it won't be 3 weeks again. See ya.